GCP resources or cloud resources. What are those resources? When you go here and launch any provision, any service, I would say any service, right? That becomes the resource for you, right? If you launch, say, app engine, compute engine, that is your resource. When you create a network like VPC inside Google Cloud Platform, that is your resource. All of those are resource, and all those resources are related to a project. Okay, keep that as an understanding. If you look at as a hierarchy, if you want to understand resources, you just need to look at hierarchy. Typically, if you look at there is a company, and company has got a multiple departments or a group of, or I would say business units, and those business units has got a multiple initiatives or the project inside it, and that is how you can organize a project or organize project inside the company. If you look at this organization and folder, where you can mimic the department or business unit or any other kind of product, right? These two are G Suite products, and this is not visible. You can say you can assign the project to an organization, but it is not that much visible inside Google Cloud Platform. So if at all you want to play around with organization and folders, you can go to G Suite account and you can manage it there. And we are having one example wherein we are creating share VPC, which will be shared across multiple projects inside it. But for that particular time, you can just hold on to organization and folders understanding. You just need to make an understanding that when you log into a Google Cloud Platform, you can only see project and the resources onwards, or you can control only project and resources. You cannot control the upper part, which is like organization and folders. If I proceed further and try to understand what are the resources and what are those categories, there are global resources, which is accessible, available anywhere in Google Cloud Platform, look like network, disk images, snapshot, and networks. There are some regional resources very specific to that particular region, that is static IP address, and the zonal resource that is only accessible inside the zone, that is virtual machines, VM disk, and all that. Those are like zonal resources which are which resides inside that particular zone. Because if you look at, these are the physical things, right? VM disk or virtual machines, and those are the instances which you launch it inside a particular zone, and those are reside in a particular physical data center, and those are like zonal resources. So there are global resources, regional resources, and zonal resources. The billing happens for the project. If you create a multiple project inside an account, all the resources in that particular project gets a billing based on the project and not based on the way it is provisioned. So you do not have the zonal resource having a different billing account, or a regional resource having a different billing account, or something like that. You get charged, or you get a bill, cloud bill, based on the project, and you can launch any kind of resources inside a project. So in a high level, if you look at, the resource manager help you to centralize, manage hierarchy, centralize, manage, track all your projects, manage IAM access across organization, manage organization and organization policy, create and manage IAM policies, cloud console and IAM access, and manage cloud folders. That's it, right? So that is the resource manager's work. It is not, there is no concept of resource manager as such in the console, but when you create those resources, the resource manager help you to create it in the hierarchy. That's it, guys. As a resource manager, let's go ahead and look at some part of identity and access management in next lecture.